Hello golfers, this is another post in my series of expert opinions, this time on golf specific fitness. Ever since Tiger Woods and in more recent months Bryson DeChambeau got so much into fitness, all golfers know that one way to improve performance is through fitness training. But what should a golfer specifically train on? There are so many types of fitness training. Which one is right for each individual? So my philosophy always is, when in doubt, look at what the research tells us, because after all, everything else is merely subjective. So I came across what is perhaps the only review article on golf specific fitness. It is written by a PhD student, Alex Ellert, who summarizes his findings from 25 research papers by saying that strength and conditioning for golf should target muscle strength, power, core stability, and flexibility. Keep in mind that strength is generally referred to as the ability to apply force to overcome a resistance, while power is the ability to apply force quickly. Ellert says in his paper that because muscle strength is the foundation for power, rate of force development, and velocity, that should be the first thing targeted, followed by more emphasis on exercises that involve plyometrics and ballistic exercises. In general, his study showed that skilled golfers need a longer period of time to gain benefits from training than less skilled golfers. Now, this is a great starting point, but the study was limited by what has been researched so far. What about rotational exercises? What about the currently very popular overspeed training? No research has been published in these areas, so any information we have is subjective and correlational. It is not known whether they can indeed provide specific benefits to performance, such as to club speed, ball speed, accuracy, and consistency. Also, it is important to note that the mechanisms by which any golf specific exercise cause improved performance have not been investigated. Moreover, even when a specific set of exercises is related to improvements of some aspects of performance, methodologies vary, as do results. Take, for instance, flexibility. In a paper by Lee et al., there was no description of skill levels except to say 20 amateur golf club members participated and that a goniometer was used to check for joint range of motion. Incidentally, this should be assessed by a single rater whose ability to repeat measurements has been tested through intra-rater reliability. No details about the muscle stretched was offered, and it was only stated that the experimental group received 12 weeks of static and proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation or PNF type stretching. Quite amazing that this study showed an improvement in accuracy of 23% on average and in 6% in driving distance after 12 weeks. How can flexibility possibly affect accuracy when there is no research that even shows what movements are responsible for accuracy? For what skill level of golfer? Another paper by Sorby et al. Showed that golfers below 5 handicap being given stretching of the neck, shoulders, back, chest, hips, glutes, hamstring, and thighs with dynamic stretching produced significantly better distance and direction than with static stretching, although no stretching was not assessed in this study, by which I mean there was no control group. Finally, Gergely found that for golfers of average handicap 2.5, an active dynamic warm-up with a golf club along with total body passive stretching routine had significant decreases in clubhead speed, distance, accuracy, and consistency of ball contact when compared to an active dynamic warm-up alone. The authors then implied that static stretching decreases performance. Just these three papers put together are confounding. Static stretching improved accuracy by 23%, but then dynamic stretching was even better, and finally static stretching decreased performance metrics. What protocol to follow then? Moreover, even if greater flexibility improves performance, it has been seen in many studies to increase injury as well. On the subject of some of the strength papers referenced by Ehlert, specific exercises that were researched and found to improve strength and power in golfers include 1 rep max squats and 1 rep max bench presses. How many golfers can or should do a 1 rep max? Moreover, here's what Professor Keith Barr has to say on the subject of functional multi joint exercises. He believes strength through a full range of motion is important for the purpose of decreasing injury, while functional moves such as squats and deadlifts may not offer strength through a full range and require correct technique. Injury would result from lifting heavy weights with poor form using Olympic or power lifts. Professor Barr should know because he is a molecular exercise physiologist at UC Davis in California with a specific interest in the molecular response of the musculoskeletal system to nutrition and loading as a function of age. Because of the applied nature of Professor Barr's work, he has worked with elite athletes and as a scientific advisor to numerous professional and Olympic organizations. His work with these organizations is designed to maximize the effects of training for both endurance and strength while minimizing injury. So, in general, it may be said that what specific exercises golfers should do are not precisely known. So, golfers who wish to exercise for specific golf improvements may just have to do a cocktail of exercises and hope that something sticks. That might be a waste of time that could be spent improving on course skills. Moreover, all exercises must be done in good form to avoid injury. That is the same thing that applies to the training of the golf swing itself, where it is important to place the body's joints so that they can be in positions from which they can perform better as well as be at less risk for injury.